Alright, YouTube, today is another special day where Golden Gun gets into the silver for you guys. Golden Gun, I know, always gold, I'm showing you guys. But from the start, I promised a bit of silver for this year, silver stackers and the passionate people about silver. So we have some today. Now, this one is not silver. It is a standard 50-cent coin from my change. It's pretty dirty, actually. I just literally picked this up from my change. So in Australia, this is what a 50-cent normal coin looks like. No silver at all. You'll see the hexagonal pattern on it. There's the queen at the back. This is a dirty normal coin from circulation here. This is a 1971. But you'll see why I have this here. This is a coin-safe tube that specifically fits my latest silver purchase, where I've purchased 21 coins that all fit in it. Give me a moment, unprofessionally, while I open up that coin-safe tube for you here. And there you go. This is the round 50-cent piece from 1966. Note that our 50-cent pieces are not round, but they were in 1966, and this is the only year that these coins were minted, these silver round 1966 pieces. Now, there were quite a lot of them minted. I believe there were almost 36.5 million of them minted. So they're not rare, but they are extremely popular, and they only came out in this year. So they all have a bit of a premium today. Not a huge premium. We're talking, if today these coins sell for about 14 Australian dollars, the premium is about 50 cents to about $1. On top of that, this is Australian dollars we're talking. But there she is, the 1966 round 50. The back just has the Queen on it, and you'll see 1966, Elizabeth II, Australia. But the front has the kangaroo, the shield, and the emu. Now, I didn't get these coins really for myself. I got these as presents. I'll actually tell you a tiny bit more about the coin. Each coin is 80% silver, so we're talking 80%, and they each have 10.6 grams of silver. So if you get 3 of these together, then you've got just over an ounce of silver there. So that's basically an ounce. I bought 21 of them, so I got, I don't know how many ounces. I'd have to calculate that and do math and stuff like that. But I got these as presents. Now, my grandma, she used to collect 50-cent pieces. 50-cent pieces like these, every now and then we'll have a commemorative year showing the Commonwealth Games or something like that. I don't have those to show you. Most of them don't really have a premium, and she'd collect 6 or 7 of them, of each, try to get just from her circulation what she'd find in her change. And she tried to get the best examples with the least scratches that look the shiniest and nicest, and put them away. Which is pretty cool. So she was a coin collector, and she did have quite a stack of these. I mean, probably over 40 of these. Now, this 50-cent box with all her 50-cent collection, with these being the only ones of any real value, although there's probably like $400 worth of coins there. There's probably like 800 coins. When she passed not too long ago, she left them to me. She actually told me a few times that when she passes that I should go and get them. So I made sure that I did. Her other grandchildren live overseas, so I guess I'm from Australia. I'll appreciate these. And I did play with these when I was a little kid. So I'm never going to sell my grandma's collection. I am going to have my kids one day play with this, and my grandkids, just like I played with them. But these I bought especially, not so much for myself, but for presents. My cousins overseas, those other grandchildren I'm talking about, they have all had kids, and I haven't met those kids, so I really need to go overseas and meet them. I was going to go over actually next month, but I can't at the moment. We're in stage 4 restrictions with the beer flu, so I'm going to send some. There's a family event especially for a celebration for one of those kids, so I'm going to send him 3 of those. And there are 10 grandchildren overseas from my 3 cousins. So I'm going to send another 10. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to them there. So the one kid will end up with 4, and the others will each have 1 there. Now, I also have some cousins in Australia, although they're not direct grandchildren of my grandma. They're from my grandma's sister, and there's 6 of them that I'm going to give away. So 3, 6. So that leaves me with 2. Now, I got a mail call recently that I will show you guys on a future video, so I'm going to give one of these back for the mail call because they sent me something cute and very cool. So I guess I've only got 1 left. But these coin-safe tubes that you see, they fit 21 of those beautifully. So I'm going to make sure that I restock at some stage. They are great for stacking. They're very popular in Australia. They're extremely liquid. And yeah, you guys are always showing the American junk, American Constitutional Silver. So I thought it would be cool to show you guys some Aussie junk silver. Previously from our currency, 1966 round 50. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. You know what? I'm going to give you just a little bit of extra history just for fun. The kangaroo is very popular and well known all over the world in Australia. But this right here is the emu. The emu, for you American viewers, is pretty much like the ostrich, but slightly different. It's the Australian version of the ostrich. It is the emu. Not usually dangerous. I've never really heard of an emu killing a person, but we don't have many wars in Australia. There was no civil war. There was no war against the English. We're still a part of that empire, actually. But we had something in 1932 that we called the Great Emu War. No, I'm not kidding. The emus, they were running amok, as they say, in Western Australia. The farmers didn't like them. They were just causing issues, and they wanted these emus gone. And the Australian Army, they sent soldiers, Lewis guns, 10,000 ammunition, and their mission was to have a war and attack and get rid of these emus. At first, they went up and they found 50 emus, but they were out of range, so they tried to get these emus into an ambush, but the emus were too smart for the army, and they fled in all different directions. So the army didn't get many of them. The army tried many other times, waiting until they were in close proximity, trying to ambush them, and it kept not working out. The soldiers reported a few weeks later that it seems that now every single pack of these emus have gotten even smarter. They each have a tall leader that warns the others whenever they're getting close. And eventually, in Parliament, they were embarrassed. It said that they only killed a few emus. They were spending money. They'd spent a lot of time and effort, and they failed. So it was called off. But the emus, they kept running amok, and they kept causing issues. So once again, the army was sent out. The Australian artillery in the Great Emu War with a lot of effort, and they failed a second time. So the emus won. They're unstoppable. They beat the Australian Army and the Australian artillery, and we've never tried to fight the emus again because we know they are our masters. So that's the emu there. Still on our current 50-cent coin and currency, the kangaroo and the emu. Looks very much the same, but it's hexagonal today. So I hope you guys like this. These are the presents I'm going to send out. It did cost me a bit for these, but yeah, I thought it'd be nice for my cousins to have the same type of coins that their great grandmother collected and their great aunt collected. So yeah, I thought that'd be really cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will bring you guys more gold because I usually bring you gold, but here is some silver, some junk Aussie silver, and Golden Gun out.